Hey guys, welcome to Nerdarchy, for nerds by nerds. I'm Nerdarchus Ryan, and today I'm joined by
Dave.
Ted.
And today we're going to talk about One Hit Die, which is a sweet web series. You can check it out, it's on YouTube.
Before we get into that, though, why don't you scroll down below, click on the Nerdarchy, the newsletter. It's a great way to get gaming tips and learn how to game with us.
So I came across One Hit Die just through the randomness of the internet, and it's a really funny sort of Lord of the Rings meets The Office, I'd say is the best way to describe it. Like the epilogue in itself is like very indicative of that. And what do you guys think?
I actually found they just needed a henchman to carry their stuff. To be honest with you,
that would have been pretty sweet.
It was very Nodwick-like in the characterizations. I mean, you had the happy, touchy-feely, adorable cleric.
Yeah.
You had the bloodthirsty fighter,
Barbarian, but yeah. Oh no, she was a fighter.
No, she said she was a fighter.
over and over again. I fight. The greedy rogue. The incompetent wizard, and
the alcoholic incompetent wizard, which is the best part about it.
Yeah, I don't even know if he's considered an alcoholic because they weren't really. It wasn't alcohol. He was.
I've watched all of it. He's always drunk. Like
he was tripping his balls off in the last episode that I read. And
well, so maybe he doesn't stop at alcohol. No, but he thought it was under the pretense because he thought it was elven wine.
Well, that's what he said. But then when they rifled through his stuff, they're like, "These are all potions. He doesn't have any elven wine."
Yeah.
They also at the point where I was at, they introduced the druid that was. How would you describe the druid? He was
like a novice, like super novice-y and.
Yeah, except for he was like, questioning himself and
so self-doubting.
Yeah, he's like, I failed the commune with nature test, a bunch of times.
Yeah. Well, I watched like the first six, eight episodes before it stopped suggesting what the next thing I'm supposed to watch is.
If you watch the playlist, I mean that'll put them all in order,
right?
And in line.
But I liked how. There was always the stuff going on, and then they would have like the individual interview-esque, kind of format.
In some ways, it was very much like a reality TV show,
right?
Where they would cut away from the actual scenes that are going on to do the the private moments with the individual characters, and they like
the talking headshots.
Yeah,
right. Yeah. I mean, that's very The Office. That's a thing that happens throughout the course of that, where like they'll talk about what's going on, but. Yeah, so I like how self-aware the characters are. If you didn't see toward the very end, I don't know what happened with casting. Like maybe the cute brunette who's like the naive cleric character. I don't know if she was not available or if it was like a money issue or whatever. She doesn't come back for the latest thing. Like they replaced her with a paladin, like this redhead woman who's a paladin. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what the underlying issues were, but you're dealing with people and economics, and that's probably part of the thing.
There was one goddamn green M&M in her M&Ms in the trailer.
Yeah, I'm thinking that was not the case. But who are we to say what's going on?
No, I have no idea. I haven't got that far. I've watched the first 6. I'm on getting ready to go into episode 7. It's funny. They give it to you in short bites. They're like 6 to 7 minutes.
That's the hallmark of web series is like to do webisodes in these like under 10-minute chunks.
Did you watch the Christmas?
Crushmas?
Did not watch the
Crushmas was pretty awesome.
Yeah, the Crushmas special. I thought it was pretty interesting. The wizard seems to be on break because he's fighting a gelatinous boob
the whole time. Yeah. yeah.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, I mean maybe he was unavailable for filming at that point, and so they wrote it under. Right. But
wait a minute, you mean to say he wasn't really fighting a gelatinous?
He was actually fighting a gelatinous
boob. You'll have to watch and see.
You're killing the magic for me. Destroying the mystery.
I don't know if anybody else had this feeling though. Like I felt like the writing was actually like tighter and the jokes were tighter in the epilogue. And I felt like later, like, it lost a little bit of that, and, like, it was more about trying to tell this narrative, but the dialogue was tighter in the earlier stuff because the focus was on the dialogue and the gaming references, which I think there was, like, Revenge, was the Lich King? What was the Lich King thing called? Does anybody remember? It's like...
The Orb of...
The Orb of the Lich King, or...
The Orb of Moldova.
Well, so, I mean, whatever it was called, like, it was just... That I don't know, like it felt like the dialogue wasn't quite as sharp, and like the interview moments weren't as like gaming referential. Whereas like the epilogue was like fantastic, and like so hopefully they'll get back some of that magic into it. I think it's still wildly entertaining. I'm just saying I like.
So like we told all the jokes already.
Yeah,
we can't tell them
I mean,
again.
like I thought the epilogue was like super tight, and I want to see a little bit of that. It was a high hallmark, and I have a little bit. of that
So like there's some highlight moments that for me, Dragon Cooter, Pixie Tit.
Yeah.
Was it a Hungry Expo XP hippogriff?
No, yeah, Hungry Hippogriff for XP. It was kind of like the discussion about that.
Yeah.
And like also too, like I love Thorvald, the thief, the rogue.
Yeah.
So I love
Torvald.
So I love the character, except for like the like loot references, like the way it's said all the time. Like I was like, all right, this is getting old. Like, can we say this in a little more interesting way, or like something
I thought it was hysterical. And it was the first.
It's definitely not to the MMO crowd as well.
Oh,
and the way some people play the game.
Absolutely, no.
I enjoyed when he's got that crappy goblin dagger.
Yeah.
Asking the wizard to identify it.
And he's like, crappy goblin dagger.
Yeah, but he goes, it's like elaborate thing, and he's like, no, it's just a crappy goblin dagger. But no, like, so here's the thing that I'm missing out, like, in that episode with fighting the goblins, right? Like, so there's the side talk of with Torvald. He's like doing the calculations for like how things will work out, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I love that. Like, that was so meta and hilarious. And
awesome.
like, I don't think enough of those moments were done in
Later
in that Lich, with the Lich episode. And like, I thought that was brilliant.
Maybe the fear was that they would overdo it.
I think there should be a sprinkling in, like, because the Lich one. What? So it was there was like 8.
They need the formula. They need the big.
So there was like 8.
formula.
There was like 8 10-minute segments or something like that. So like if it was like in every third or fourth, like if half of it had like those little moments, like I would have been happy.
It's a way of trying to make sure it's there to some degree, but it's always a delicate balance, because if you do it too much, then you're gonna
Then it's
turn
not
people
funny
away.
anymore.
You don't want to go to the well too often.
Right,
It's also
right.
part of it. It is a delicate balance. But anyway, like.
Do you know how many episodes there are?
So in total, I don't know. I think all told it's like under 2 hours of content to watch. But guys, do yourself a favor, check it out. It's really fun. It's funny. Go subscribe to them. They only have 2,000 subscribers, a little over 2,000. I think they should have way more. Like maybe they're not doing enough job on the press and getting their thing out there. But you guys should check it out.
I did see that they said that they've been funded for a 10 episode second season or something along those lines.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah.
So
I totally thought of Ryan when he talked about the Love Con and being an expert in several Love Cons.
Yeah. That's really
So we've talked about it and we've said some things. I don't think we've spoiled it to the point where you guys are going to want to watch it or you're not going to enjoy it. Like, we have not done justice to actually
how funny it is.
Yeah, to watching it. So
it's definitely worth your time. We'll put a playlist or a link down below so you guys can jump right to it. Check it out.
Yep. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe in the bottom of this video. And if you checked it out and love it, please let us know. Give us your feedback down in the comments below.
you can hang out with us over at nerdarchy.com.
And while you're there, you can get some sweet swag or digital products.
So until next time.
Stay nerdy.